Chiefs under the lights on Monday night.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season, and we got a good Monday nighter in store, as it'll be the Aviators of Houston taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one down the line of scrimmage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now? Let's go to that play.
Well, that's brought in by Knight.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw. Goldberg. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken right around the 44. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw here is incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're doing that really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 1st down, Goldberg. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Up the middle they go. Mabry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? You can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 32 on the play. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Looking to throw. Goldberg. And that's incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of...
And it is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Houston's offense taking over again. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. From the 43, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of the game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
1st down, Aviators.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Aviators are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On 2nd down, Mabry, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Goldberg. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Knight. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Inexplicable explosive run. You can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Mabry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Second and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Well, that's going to be incomplete. But you look at this defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Houston's offense taking over again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's complete to Hopkins. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. 7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
Yeah, 99 yards to go if they want to do just that. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Mabry, and a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goldberg. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now a handoff up the middle. Mabry, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Goldberg. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A gain of 14 yards. First down, Houston.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Number 3. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Aviators.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Well, CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat. And there he is again already, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play. And, of course, he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And now here comes Kansas City. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Goldberg. That's caught. It's Cunningham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. On first down, Mabry, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll try the middle with Peterson. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Houston's offense taking over again. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
So no gain on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll drop the throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And on now is the punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here now, 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Goldberg. Over the middle, complete. That's Knight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 31. They run the counter. Mabry, and he's got it down to the 28.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Off play action. Goldberg. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. That is caught. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. He'll try again. And this time he will score. Touchdown, KC. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
An extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Houston set to take over. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bryant. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case, not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. The throw over the middle, taken in. That one a first down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
On third down, Goldberg. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, where you see the final score there. 35-21, the final score. From there, we head up to the Pacific Northwest. Check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. A 10-point victory in the end. 24-14, the final. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. The Cowboys are able to get that 10th win of the year as they're looking like a force to be reckoned with come January.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Throwing to start the drive. Goldberg. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Here's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Goldberg. And this one is incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now Let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
It's second and 8.
Back to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point of the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, Goldberg. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain up. Operating from the gun. Goldberg going right side here, and that's complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll run on first down. Mabry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Houston's offense taking over again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bryan. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Looking to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. A nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone. It was in the wrong spot for the QB.
On 1st down, Mabry. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 61 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Throwing on 1st down. Goldberg. He finds his man. Complete. It's Cunningham. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Mabry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Well, the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Here's a give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
And his kick is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense taking over again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. They'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a handoff up the middle. Mabry. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of... From the gun on 3rd down. Goldberg. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fights forward at the 20. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
First down, Aviators.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extreme.
Touchdown! A big play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Aviators get a bit closer.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Now the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Goldberg. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Back to throw. Goldberg.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Hauled in by Avant.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
This 2nd and 4.
At the Chiefs' 46-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44. The offense on third down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They'll set up a throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better.
Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And the Aviators have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Throwing to start the drive. Goldberg. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Mabry takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Houston's offense taking over again. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. That's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He stiff arms him and just shutting him off there. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 47 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Second and 9 from the 44. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 36. Gone an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you've got to expect to get more on the passing play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive will take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll drop to throw. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter, get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in first and goal.
They come up on a first and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. Throw that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Goldberg. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
On second down now, Mabry, and he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here's a screen to Powell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. He spins free. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
I remember.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. He'll look to throw as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Here comes second down at 5.
Back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that. But he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well. Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
But the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got one timeout left. Want to save it.
Here's first down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost...
And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late fourth quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. And they have got the lead. A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Goldberg. This ball intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Houston, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get another